I have phone and
Good
internet for
morning,
only
good
$60 a month, so
wherever
it's
you
sketchy.
are across the nation and around the world. This is Deja Brew, waking you up to truth, one drip at a time. And today, Beyond the Veil presents dun 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 Lake Michigan. More specifically, Rock Lake. Don't know where that is. Didn't even know for sure it was a place, but it is. And we have viewed it, and I can't wait to get into this. I am actually going to begin with sharing Jen's video because she can't be with us today. And then I will share Ara's part because she also isn't able to be with us. Let me get it to get over there. Oh, come on. Jumping all around on me. Come on. There it goes. Oh my gosh. All right. Can you all see this?
See the screen?
The screen, yeah.
You just see the screen right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me know when you see Jen's party face.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you see her now?
Nope.
Oh, no. Well, let's try that again. Okay, what are you all seeing?
Just the same thing, the screen.
Static image.
All right, let me hit play and see if you can hear her audio. Just somebody say yes if you hear it.
Hey everybody. So for this assignment,
Yes.
Lake Michigan and
Yes.
Rock Lake.
Yeah.
I got more for Rock Lake than Lake Michigan. So here goes. For Lake Michigan, I saw a sea creature swimming around a structure under the water. It's got wings that look like dragon wings. It looks like Loch Ness Monster, but with dragon wings. Super freaking weird. The structure was huge, like giant rocks lumped together. And then I heard military / T base. Yeah, now for Rock Lake, this is weird. Okay, so I saw something that looked like a giant rock. I see the front of the giant rock sliding open. It's like a giant rock cave, and it's right on the water's edge. And the water flows into the cave. The water is beautiful, like clear, kind of like the Bahamas or somewhere like that. I see crystals underneath the water. It feels like it's some sort of healing place. Then I saw women going into the cave and getting in the water. And it looks like ancient times. They were wearing like long white robes, and they looked like they were dressed like ancient Greek or ancient Roman or ancient something. And let's see what else about. Then I asked to see the cave present day. I saw the cave opening up, and a military ship goes inside, and then it just vanished, like evaporated. It was just gone. So then I asked to see the land on Rock Lake. And I saw a little sand, and then I saw 3 really big rocks in a formation of like a semicircle. And then I heard rituals are being performed there. I was shown 3 hooded figures chanting, and I'm feeling like this was the past. Then I asked to see the same spot present day. I saw what looked like 3 military men standing in the same position as the hooded figures. I'm getting the feeling that in the past, these rituals were performed for nefarious purposes, and now they're being performed to undo the stuff that was done in the past. All of this is really weird. I can't wait to see what you guys got, because all of this is so weird. Anyway, see you later.
All right. Very good. Okay. Now I will read to you what Ara sent me for her part. Lake Michigan, specifically Rock Island, split in energy. What felt like once peaceful and copacetic energy on this island became warlike energy. Divisiveness, destroyed or soiled land because of the warlike energy that surrounds the island and the underlying negative current of past tragedies between Indigenous and European immigrants. Land currently cannot heal. Lake Michigan feels tumultuous, dirty, and hidden, as if something is hidden within the waters. Again, energy feels off, as in not good. Okay, so Becky, if you want to go ahead and do your part.
Well, I'm kind of blown away by Jen's because I didn't think anybody would get this bizarre. But it's a life form, and then I put in parentheses S because I wasn't sure if there was more than one. And it's a 5 to 8 foot, and it looked like a leafy dragon, like with the leafy appendages, or a huge seahorse type shape within the lake that lives there. Within all of this is an abyss / trench that's connected or within, and some kind of connection to salt water. That doesn't sound, but it is what I got. I also saw that there are buried secrets and resources. Mine was real short this week.
That's okay. You did great. All right. Who's going next?
You had me next.
Missy? All right. Missy,
Okay,
you're up.
so I didn't get a whole lot for Rock Lake, except that I seen pyramids there, like ancient things. That's all I got for Rock Lake. For Lake Michigan, I seen like a rock formation underwater. It's almost like Stonehenge. I seen honeycombs popping up everywhere. Have no idea what that means, but they were like honeycombs, hexagon shapes, just kept coming into frame and just popping in, popping out, popping in, popping out. I heard some type of music, like whistling, but mostly a hum on the sand. And me and Kelly was watching some type of video this week, and I couldn't figure out where it was coming from. I wasn't for sure. So we're watching this video, and the sand picture comes up, and I tell Kelly stop, and she stops the video, and I'm like, she's like, what? And I'm like, they say the noise, the music is coming from the sand, like, and it's sad. It's like something has happened there, and it's real melancholy. And then I seen an Indigenous people. I thought they were Native American, but I'm not really sure. And I seen 3 flames, and I was told that there were other people that manned the flames, like like they were keeping watch over it. And then, let's see. I also got like quartz. And then last night, I'm laying in bed and I see like this, I see gold, but it looks like it's like a sidewalk or just a slab. I'm not really sure what it meant. But it looked like just bricks of like gold just laying around everywhere. And it wasn't like little rocks or anything like that. It was just like almost like a brick, like a sidewalk. And I think that's all I got. We double check. I'll make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, I'm good. I got everything.
Okay, very good. Angela?
Okay, so I'm gonna start with Rock Lake. The first thing was that I keep hearing many times Atlantis, Atlantis, Atlantis. I don't know what is the connection with Atlantis. I saw something like a crop circles on the bottom, looking like a two horseshoe, like mirroring each other, like this. And I also saw a vault in the bottom. And for days, the only thing that I was seeing was massive on these covered things below, belong to other civilizations. Lots of coins, lots of money value. I even saw some sort of a chest hidden. A lot of things are there, and their value is high. I also saw a hidden volcano. I also saw it's connected to Stonehenge, but I saw a couple structures. One of them is like looking like an open hands like this. And I also saw another structures, obviously made out of stones, that they are tall, small, medium, whatever, many, under the dirty water. And then I went to Lake Michigan. It's more than a lake. I saw many native people going there for rituals. It's an ancient lake. It's very ancient lake. It's a portal to another dimension. And the native people knows that there is a portal there that goes to another place. But I also saw a lot of sorrow and sadness and native burials. I felt that there hasn't been discovered so many corpses being buried around, like a lot of corpses, and that's why the sorrow around. But the other thing that I found kind of different, only women feel the sorrow, not men. So women go there for having like a nice day, and they start feeling different, and they feel the sadness. And I see some of them feeling the desire to enter in the water and just lay there and just go. I saw that, never come back. And then I saw this lady. It's a lady spirit that lives on the lake. She's not good. She likes to drag women, like with her energy, kind of invite women to the lake. To be honest, I don't like it. I don't like her at all. Like I see her like 2-3 times. It's very disruptive energy. She just like to cause sorrow and sadness and harm, and that's all she wants. I do see a creature in the water that has like a long neck. but I couldn't figure out the rest of it. I couldn't figure out the head, whatever. I just see the long neck, and okay, it's something in the water. It's a creature anyway.
It's the Loch Ness monster.
That's what it is. I thought that was only in some parts of Europe.
Oh no.
Oh well, so that's what I saw then. It has a long neck in there. Okay. Many people had died there. Many people, but it was like a lot to process for me, the way how they die. I do process that many women die under the water. I mean, how you say it? Drawn in the water. But and then I saw the lake is connected to the center of the earth. There is a door there, and that door is the next to another place. And then I saw in the forest around, there is also Bigfoot around somehow. A lot of people lost in the wilderness there in the forest, like they get disoriented, like they're lost in time, like they enter the forest. I see them walking at some point where I am. I don't know where I am, right? Yeah, it was odd. It was odd. This one, very odd for me.
I think this one was strange for everyone because we really don't know anything about this area. And to get Rock Lake and Lake Michigan specific, that was very specific, you know.
It was very odd.
Unlike when we got Anatolia, Turkey, and we didn't know that was where Göbekli Tepe is located. Like we had no freaking clue, you know. We're like Anatolia. Or the place in Alaska, right? Like we'd never heard of that place either. And so this one's very unfamiliar to us as well, but maybe even more mysterious just because it is the Great Lakes. And I have always felt like the story, if you will, of how the lakes formed wasn't quite accurate and wasn't near as long ago as they think it was.
Oh wow. I don't know nothing about it. I just know after you mentioned.
Other than that, like I don't really know anything about the Great Lakes. I didn't even know which one is attached to Indiana. That's how often I have traveled up north. One time in my whole life. I don't like to go north. It's cold there. So I try to avoid northern directions. But yeah, it's a real mystery to a lot of us. So I'm excited to get into this. David, what did you see? You're muted.
Rock Lake and Lake Michigan are very important. I saw that they're on a ley line from the Great Pyramid in Giza, that underneath the Sphinx's paw, like my wife told me about, there are tunnels that connect the continents. They're about 8 foot wide. They're basalt with quartz. I don't think they're suitable for you to walk from continent to continent. So I believe that they are used for communication, like you would talk through a hose or to amplify the voice over long distance. If you look at the ley line, that this tunnel that connects all continents together, one does go through Bimini, which is a possible location of Atlantis, Roanoke Island, Roanoke, Virginia, where I live, and it goes up towards the Serpent Mounds near Rock Lake in Lake Michigan. In Rock Lake itself, I saw that there is a submerged pyramid, and when it's uncovered, it would be found to be the exact configuration that the Giza pyramid is. You know how the Giza pyramid base is not square, how it's indented on all sides? You'll find the same thing in the Rock Lake pyramid. On Lake Michigan, it's very fluid. Uh, it pulses with the rhythm of the earth. Uh, when I was actually in Detroit, near Lake Michigan, I was in a 6-story building and I could feel the pulsing. My wife and I could feel the floor moving beneath us in this 6-story building next to the lake, and it was really weird. As
Wow, I bet it was.
That's
far as dragons, here's my dragon that Jean got me.
Very nice.
She was really good to me.
Yeah.
So it's a lot more important than we realize, is the overall feeling that I got.
Yeah, that was definitely the feeling I got too. And I wonder if the dragon that Jen saw isn't the very same Loch Ness type thing that Angela and Becky saw, and I as well. And the first thing I thought of was the Loch Ness monster. And then I was like, wait a minute, we already have one of those here in Indiana. We have another one in Lake Michigan. And I guess we do. But, you know, if the crustal displacement is what happened at that particular pole shift, then I guess, you know, some of what lived in the waters would still be there if they had caves and such to go in, and other things would, you know, go with the water somewhere. So I guess it's possible. Now for Rock Lake, I specifically got elongated skulls, red hair, connected to Antarctica, and that all of it is connected to Atlantis.
Oh, wow.
However, this particular place and the place in Antarctica, I was shown belonged to another race of beings that were much taller than all the rest of us or Atlanteans, and that they were a warring faction with Atlanteans. And when Atlanteans wiped them out, they took over those areas. Now, that there was a lot of depth that I felt there that I'll get into in a minute, but I didn't feel like that was the original people that were there. I didn't feel like it was those rather indigenous type people, if you will, that were the ones that had the great loss of life. I feel like that was actually Atlantean type people, because they were of a shorter stature, 6 to 7 feet tall. I think it's interesting that Angela saw the horseshoe shapes, and yet Missy and Jen, and I think Becky, saw something that was similar to Stonehenge. And I wonder if that's not all the same. And then, Angela, you did even say Stonehenge a little further in your steps. So I wonder if there wasn't a lot of those type of rock formations there, because I definitely got that they had a lot of technology there. They had technology for energy, technology for flying, technology for creating things like life. And they had technology for healing. And Missy, you kept seeing honeycombs, and the honeycomb shape is actually the outline of the tetrahedron or the Star of David or the Merkaba. So perhaps you were seeing the outer shape of the actual Merkaba or Star of David type symbolism, which means that they do understand the building blocks of life, because those are platonic solids and sacred geometry. I was told very loudly that this was a very ancient place, that this belonged to the ancients. And I love that others of you also brought up that specific word, that it felt ancient. The land belonged to ancient people. And I too saw many crystals there being used for various technologies and healing modalities. And Jen and I think Angela both saw a big rock with a sliding open or like a cave area. And then David even mentioned something about seeing the basalt rock. And I saw a big round magnetic type rock that was like a black and a silver mixed together. And I really wanted to understand what this big, perfectly round rock was. And I heard basalt and hematite. I don't know how they combined those two. I guess it's possible, but that's what I heard. Now, for Lake Michigan specifically, there is a huge boundary plate, like an earth boundary plate underneath of all 5 lakes that is where 2 massive plates meet together. I was actually shown that that is what created the New Madrid fault line that goes through America, north to south. That is part of that. And that underneath of this big plate is a whole other body of water that's like an ocean. And Angela saw that too. She saw more water. And that makes sense, actually, with there being some type of Loch Ness monster there, that it probably can get through those cracks or those cave areas for that and be beneath the floor of the lake itself. I was also shown, David, that it breathes. The floor breathes. And then I was told that it's the navel of the earth. It's the belly button of the earth.
Oh.
And that when it opens, everyone will know the truth of this whole area. I also saw an underwater pyramid, just as many of you did. And I saw that it was connected to all of the other major veins and arteries of the earth, or the ley lines. And I also saw that there was a volcano underneath of there as well. A dormant, very old volcano. Now, as far as this part with the sand goes, that Missy mentioned earlier, I got my own very clear vision that was actually quite sad and destructive with the sand, because the sand was like quicksand. The water moved so violently fast that it literally left people in feet of sand and mud, like quicksand. And their body parts were stuck in all sorts of different ways to where they couldn't get out. And the women, who were the healers and the carriers of the wisdom, some of them were trying to hum or sing to calm everyone, to bring a resonance of peace, because this was going to be their moment of passing, the ones that were still alive and just stuck in it. And they were trying to help move everyone through this transition in a more peaceful manner, which is tragic and beautiful all at the same time. And then I heard that this land still needs to be healed, and that it's the women that will heal it, because the women are more sensitive and they're the ones that will feel it. So Angela, you were picking up on that, but also you felt some type of negative energy to it.
That
And
was nasty.
yeah, and it was nasty. And I believe even Ara said that it felt nasty and dirty and heavy. So something destructive happened, definitely. What caused this, I don't know. To me, the best way I could explain it was crustal displacement, where the earth crust just moved dramatically fast and dumped the water. But for all we know, it could have been something else. I mean, I really couldn't see clearly what caused it. It very well could have been some type of warring event where something got blasted and it just blew the water out. who knows? I mean, who really knows? But it was definitely tragic. And I just want to read verbatim what I got when I was channeling that message of the bodies in the quicksand. It was sudden, devastating, and cataclysmic. Some were resonating tonal voice to nurture the situation, to possibly heal the event, but at the very least, to help all to transition and pass feeling more safe and calm, and that women sense this and it still needs healed. So I think that's absolutely incredible that more than one of us picked up on that, because I think that's a big message for that area, is that it still needs to be cleansed and healed. And we don't have to physically go there to do that. We can focus on healing that energy that's there and clearing that away so that this place can be safe and calm and peaceful once again. And all of those souls can be truly laid to rest, because I feel like they're still there mourning.
Mm-hmm.
They still mourn what happened to them, because they were very powerful and beautiful and intelligent and peaceful, and they didn't expect this at all. It really surprised them. It really took them for a big surprise. But it was definitely a great cataclysm, and nobody survived. Some were killed instant, and others suffered until they passed. So definite tragic end to their story there. But I love how we all picked up on so many points. Again, with it being ancient and having Atlantean ties. Oh, and I almost forgot. Next to Giant Sunken Pyramid, I have that it activates at times just like the Bermuda Triangle, because the energy is still there. So I'm actually going to do some research now that we've done the show to see if anything wonky ever happens in Lake Michigan. Like, do ships go missing? I don't even know.
That might be the case.
It might be. It might be. We do tend to find a lot of things. I know Angela was blown away last week. She kept finding things after we did the show, and she's like, oh my God, look, that is a thing. Look, that's real too.
It was more, I just don't send it to you because it was like every day, and I'm like, what?
Yeah. But it's meant for us to see those things afterwards for confirmation, right? To help you to feel more empowered and more secure in trusting what you're getting. And I love that. I love the synchronicity of it. I think it's just freaking fantastic. Okay, so we'll just go around the table real quick, and everybody take about 5 minutes and just, give me your thoughts on, now that we've got the whole picture, what do you think really happened there, and who do you think they were? Missy, let's start with you.
Well, I think there was a lot of tragic and sorrow. And I do think you're right on what you've seen about the bodies in the sand and stuff, because the music was beautiful, but it was so sad. Like it just felt so sad. And
yeah, from what I heard was too.
Yeah, I can't even explain it. Like, I can't explain it.
Mournful would be the word I would use. It just sounded mournful, but still having hope.
Yeah, it was.
If that makes
weird.
sense.
It was weird.
Yeah,
it was beautiful and sad at the same time.
Yeah,
like I wanted to hear more, but I didn't want to hear more.
Right. I know. I got very emotional when I started getting on my visions. I had to get up and walk away because I was just like, I was going to bawl like a baby. I felt all of it. Like I felt every bit of it. And I was just like, we can't go help, we can't change it.
No, but we can learn about it and we can tell about it.
And honor it and help release that energy. Yeah, for sure. Oh, for sure. Because it's tragic.
But I also think that the more we do this, we find out that, they always say everything is connected. And by gosh,
freaking
it
really
really
is.
is.
I know, it's like really is.
It really is.
Yeah.
So I look forward to more and learning more. And I really hope that what we discover like really helps somebody. Like,
Yeah.
you never know. There may be people out there that know a lot
Hmm.
and are afraid to tell it.
Yep.
Or they know like past generations has been passed down generation after generation. And they're like, did that really happen? And then you hear somebody out of the blue talking about it and you're like, crap, that really did happen.
I know. I would love if there's any type of Indigenous people or Michigan people around there that have heard stories passed down through the families. I would love for them to reach out to us and talk to us and let us know what they were told about the history there. That would be amazing. Because I do feel like we're not learning history, but we're kind of rewriting it,
I agree with that.
which is really exciting because we're not waiting for somebody else to give us the truth. We're going and getting it.
We're looking for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. So I think we I think we are going to do amazing things, and I think that eventually we're going to help somebody out there. Like I feel like it's coming. Like somebody's going to reach out sometime, someplace, and say, "Hey, I watched your video, and it helped me because I wasn't for sure that this really happened. It's been passed down to me for so long."
Yeah.
Or everybody's always like, "No, that really didn't happen. You're making that up." So just clarification.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. All right, Becky, what about you? What do you think really happened there and who were they?
Well, I agree about the Indigenous and the chaos. The big thing with me, after hearing what everybody said, and especially what you said, are these souls that are quote unquote trapped in this never ending thing where they can't move forward, they can't, and they're not released, right now to go. And so, like you said, as far as getting together and doing some healing or whatever, because they are definitely trapped. And I feel that really strong about this this
Yeah.
circle of energy or whatever it is they're encased in, where they cannot move on like I guess is normally done. So
Right.
I'm very concerned about that. So, but yeah.
Yeah, I am too. We really need to help focus on freeing them and knowing that they're loved and we know their story. They didn't just die to be lost to the world forever. Yeah. Because I mean, like Angela, she saw basically the graveyard of people, right? The bodies. And that's what I saw all in the sand, you know. And all those people, that's a mass grave that like there was nobody there to mourn their death and to send them off in the right way. And who knows, maybe they had some tradition that made them feel like they are stuck there until they can get a proper send off. Belief systems matter and you carry that over to the other side. So we need to figure out a way to help them to release. You're right, that is the most important thing. Who do you think they were, Becky?
Ancients.
Ancients.
That's
That's a
all I can really get from it. Just
yeah.
massively ancient. And
Yeah.
again, I don't think they were like anything that's written down in the history books, so that anybody's, as far as a name or a label, as far as, oh yeah, they were called the songs. I think it's long either forgotten or whatever. But like you said, if this hits the ears and the eyes of someone that is from that area, generations, knows their history, they might can come up with the answers for that.
Right.
But
Right.
I agree, they're very, very ancient.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just heard there are forgotten people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. They're a forgotten race of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I use the word Atlantean because they know the technology, not because they were like some white people with blonde hair and blue eyes kind of crapola, right? Because not all Atlanteans look that way, first of all. All of the Native American indigenous people are of the bloodline and the knowledge of Atlanteans. So we have to get rid of that dogma, that stigma that Atlanteans are all just blonde-haired white people, because they're not.
True.
Matter of fact, I think most of them were probably known as Redskins, to be honest. Whether that meant you're Irish, Scottish, or like some type of indigenous people, because, Native Americans, Mexicans, several of those people also have the red undertones in their skin. So, and what I saw, they looked more Native American type too, of an indigenous people, and felt very, very ancient, very old, but also very wise,
Yeah.
and really old. And that was the only word I could put on it too, was ancient. I didn't know what else to call it. Ancient. David, what about you? Who do you think they are, and what happened there?
These serpent mounds that I mentioned are very poorly understood by present day peoples.
Agreed.
I think that goes to ancient indigenous people that built them for some reason that we cannot fathom. It could be a giant burial area. It could be a sacred, place to pray. We don't know. They don't allow any digging, so you can't find out. As far as ships, the Edmund Fitzgerald was the famous ship that went down in Lake Michigan, I think, or in the Great Lakes.
Oh, really?
It just disappeared during a nor'easter storm. It just went.
What?
Oh my God.
Oh, I can't wait to look about this. I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Just went poof.
Well, it was traveling with another ship, taking iron ore to process down at the lower part of the lakes. And during a nor'easter storm, it was traveling with another ship. And the captain had just said, everything's fine. We're taking the waves and whatever. And then all of a sudden, just gone.
Oh, wow. I wonder if something to do with that storm activated that area, the way that the Bermuda Triangle works,
Yep.
Extra
Could
electricity
be.
in the air activates it, makes it a perfect storm. That's very interesting.
Well, if you got those, like Stonehenge, the rocks, that's an energy vortex, anyways, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So-
And the pyramid.
Right. And
Whatever
if you
this
look,
round rock was, this basalt and magnetic hematite business.
and there was a plant on these tunnels that I saw. There was a plant growing in the tunnels, and it was hard to figure out how does a plant grow without light.
Huh. Interesting. Actually, I think plants can grow without light. Remy's trying to get on board.
Yeah. So anyway,
So who do you think they were?
I think they were related to the people that created the Serpent Mound,
Okay.
whoever they were.
Okay. And are you talking about the Serpent Mound that's in Ohio?
Yes.
Okay.
It's on the way to the Lake Michigan, isn't it?
Oh, I have no clue about them lakes. I have no clue about these lakes as far as the geography goes. But I do know Serpent Mound is in Ohio.
Right. Yeah, that's Serpent Mound. That's what I'm referring to. And this tunnel connecting the continents, has exits.
Yeah.
And a main nexus for this tunnel is the Bimini area, which could be the previous location of Atlantis. Who knows?
Right. Right. Or one of, anyway. Yeah,
Right.
because I think people that carried the Atlantean knowledge had more than one location,
Yes.
for sure. And I believe even Jen saw tunneling and the caves and stuff too. And maybe Angela too. Did you see caves? Did you say caves?
A vault, but the vault, it's like a door to go somewhere. Yeah.
Okay.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Bimini, he says, David said Bimini.
Bimini Road, yeah.
Wasn't Bimini Road gold? Was that the road underwater that had the gold plate, like the bricks?
They did actually just discover that they
So
are
maybe
like, they look like gold bricks.
Maybe that's what
Yeah.
I was seeing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Gold. I seen like the gold road or pavement or sidewalk or
There
something
you
like that.
go. Yeah.
So maybe
Yeah.
that was what that was.
Good catch.
Yeah.
It could have been.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That is crazy. This is so fascinating, guys. The way it connects to so much other stuff. It's incredible. What are your thoughts, Angela?
Oh my God, I'm just like, what?
I'm blown.
I just sent to our chat something that I just saw. I just looked it up.
Oh.
That in Lake Michigan, they found a prehistoric structure on there that resembles a mini Stonehenge. And that was in 2007, sorry. And it's dating like back 9,000 years in history. They
Really?
don't, yes.
Wow.
And I'm gonna send a couple things that I just got. And another interesting thing is when I saw that it's connected to the center of the earth, and then you mentioned the Bermuda Triangle. Well,
Yeah.
the funny thing was that my vision, I see that it's connected to what I thought it was the center of the earth. But when I look in there, it was the same things that I look when we did the Bermuda Triangle. Remember we talked about it, that we saw the stone sidewalks where they walk, and we saw the Black Pyramid and all that. I almost was seeing that. The vegetation, almost everything looks almost the same. Another thing about the sadness, one thing about this place, it was a little bit hard for me to, all of the other shows, I get this information like through the entire week. This one, it was hard because every time that I go on that, I was feeling nausea. Yeah, that's the lake, but the bottom, yeah. I haven't checked if there is any pictures. I think there is some. Yeah. So it was making me feel quite sick, the sorrow in there. It wasn't easy. It wasn't, to the point that on the third day, what happened to me was instead of keep seeing more things, I was seeing visions about more stuff that is gonna happen in 2026, and that was kind of threw me off, because all the other ones I was okay going finding things, but this one, the energy is in feeling like one of those days I felt like I was one of those women sitting, at the beach on the lake, and feeling all that. It was quite disturbing for me. And
Yeah.
yes, they are pretty Asian people, the people who died there. When Missy mentioned that, when Missy mentioned that we hope one day somebody come and say something, I think that might happen for some reason. Somebody will come and say, yeah, we know that this happened there, and so on and forth. I feel that they want their story to be told, because not many people knows about it. That's why it's heavy. Like we want kind of some sort of recognition that we die here, something like that, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, it was. It was different. It was very different. Very different. Yeah. Very different. Yep.
So this actually says right here that the Ottawa and the Chippewa tribes are who are in this area now, both of which are parts of the Cherokee Seven Nations.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any more pictures. I'm gonna scroll down here. Okay, that has nothing to do with that.
And
All of the 7 Cherokee nations is our bloodline, mine and Missy's bloodline. So I've done a lot of research and study on them, and they actually come from the Hopewell people, Hopewell, who built like the snake mounds at Ohio and many of the other mounds in the
wow.
areas. And the Hopewell actually come from the Hopi. So there's a lineage there of where the names have changed, but they're still all this one bloodline. And then, of course, the Hopi
Mm-hmm.
go back to the Atlanteans. So again, Atlantean type people. But I was glad that that was in that article, because that was actually something I was going to look up
Mm-hmm.
to see what type of Native American tribes were there in that area. So look at
And it
that.
has
That's our family.
It's crazy.
That's our bloodline ancestors that are there, man. We really got to help now, extra much.
Extra much.
Extra. Not
I
that.
agree, Kelly, because I'm Cherokee as well. So
Yeah,
that's a big tie. I
wow.
get it. I totally get it.
yeah. I mean, not that I wouldn't have put my all into it anyway, even if they weren't blood
True.
relatives, but it just feels more
Personal.
and urgent, if you will, to make sure this gets done, because it is our ancestors, it is our bloodline. And, they paved the way for us to be here today, to know what we're knowing and do what we're doing, so that we can bring back their great ways of doing things.
Mm.
So
I send
I
you
think
one
we're
more
feeling a
thing.
deeper pulling. So,
say it again, Becky.
Oh, I'm just saying, I think that's why we're feeling such a deep pull, more so than just
Mm.
the humanitarian caring about another human being, that this
Mm.
is also within. You, you know what I'm saying? Not that that makes anything more or less important, but it's an
Yeah.
extra pulling,
Yeah. I think for all of us, really, this is it's like every location we have found, it's so personal on one level, because it feels connected to our true history, whether it's our bloodline or just the people that were here before us, right? It's
Right.
something that we were never able to know before. And we are connected to all of them, whether we're blood relatives or not, which personally I feel like probably every person on the planet is related somehow or another, and it's not
Yeah.
because of the whole Adam and Eve story.
Yeah, this world is full of so many secrets. It's time to
Yeah.
tell those secrets.
Yeah.
I
think
send you one more about what they found on the bottom.
that what they found in the bottom.
Another thing, yeah. That might answer so many things that we see, probably.
Okay. Beneath Lake Michigan's surface are bizarre holes almost 1,000 feet in diameter.
Mm.
Whoa.
I think it's more things, but I just saw those two first.
It goes on to say there are plenty of secrets that hide under Lake Michigan's waters, including the 9,000-year-old Stonehenge.
Mm.
Around 40 massive depressions were found beneath Lake Michigan's surface. What are they and how did they form? And oh my God, I just totally heard that's what caused the water to go away.
Oh.
Whatever that was, whether it was some type of weaponized attack or meteors falling from the sky or whatever, it hit with such a mass power that it just blew tons of water out of
That's
the area.
deep.
Yeah.
That's really deep.
Yeah. That would be really deep. And I can't, maybe David could speak to this better actually, what the physics of that would look like if like a big meteor hit, say, the Atlantic Ocean near California. Like it would cause a huge tsunami or something first, right? And then a big hole. Oh, you're muted again. You're muted, honey.
It'd be like the Gulf of Mexico, where supposedly that asteroid came in and just blew everything out, and it filled
Okay.
in with water later.
Okay. So it would like move all the water out, and then some
It would.
would back
Yep.
and fill in where the
Yep.
big holes were, right?
Right.
Okay. All right. So that makes sense with the destruction that I was picking up on and others. Right. Wow. That's powerful, you all. What in the world happened there? Was it war? What's your vote? Was it a war or was it something natural?
Natural for me. I think it was more natural for me.
Yeah,
Both are
cataclysmic.
natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too. I feel like it was some type of cataclysm that was natural. Woo, that's some scary business, y'all.
It is.
We got to put up our own shield to reinforce Trump's golden dome. That's some scary business. I don't ever want to experience that in our lifetime. What a way to go. Horrible.
Yeah.
Absolutely horrible. But I don't feel like we're going that way this time either. I don't think that's the level of cataclysm that we have to deal with.
I don't think so.
There's definitely some things happening, but I don't think they're going to be on that scale.
Yeah, they're not full blown.
Right.
No.
It's like sporadic, certain places. But there are places that are really getting pummeled right now that the national news is not really covering in the world news. Italy, for goodness sakes, Italy has been getting flooded left, right, and center. Saudi Arabia has experienced a lot of flooding. China, so many places in China have gotten washed away. Absolute devastation. Vietnam, Mexico as well. There's been lots and lots of flooding. And these people that are there experiencing it, they're the ones videotaping it and putting it on YouTube. And then this channel that we watch called The World of Signs compilates it all and then plays it all in one video to where you can see all of these different devastating things happening all over the world that they're not telling anybody about. Like, they're not talking about it. Unless it's something like, what's it called, Missy? Kampuchea?
Kamchatka or something like that.
Something, Russia, that had the big earthquake at the end of the year last year. Unless it's something like that, you don't hear about it. It's aggravating to me because we need to know that those things are happening so that we can help those people and send them healing energy and prayers and whatever we're capable of doing for them. So it's really frustrating that they don't tell you about it, but it's not like utter worldwide cataclysm this time. It is a restart. It is a reset, but thankfully ours won't be nearly as devastating as those at Lake Michigan. What a story.
And one more thing that I didn't understand, that is one of those things that I just found. They said there's many ships on the bottom and many, I don't know how, I know it's big, but why so many shipwrecks on the bottom?
Right. That has to be connected to this Bermuda Triangle activation business or something, where they just get pulled under. They got pulled over by the Bermuda Triangle police.
Yeah, it's different. It's very different.
Yeah. What do you got to say about that, David?
Well, Lake Michigan can be very active. When I was up there in Chicago, next to the lake, Lakeview Drive or whatever it's called, the water from the lake was actually it seemed to come like 10 feet above the level of the road, but it was held back by the barriers. But it was totally weird to see these boats 10 feet above where the bus was traveling on the road.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
really
God.
surreal.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
odd.
That's wild. I would be afraid they would like break their little levee.
Oh, I was concerned, but just
Yeah.
kept my seat.
Yeah. That's crazy. Wow. All right, guys. Well, once again, we did one hell of a show. We got
Yes, we did.
a lot of good hits that were so much the same. I'm not even going to say similar because they were straight up the same.
Mm.
You know, all but the dragon versus Loch Ness monster thing, and I'm calling all of that one.
Yeah, they are, I
I'm
think.
calling that the same thing.
Yeah, we don't need more than one monster.
No,
Right.
good with one.
I don't think they're mean. I don't think they're truly a monster. They're just, a behemoth. They're huge. But I think those Nessies are pretty nice.
Well, I don't want to find out.
Well, I mean, there's been people to film them go under the water right next to their boat, and they never,
That's true.
they didn't get capsized or anything. So, and yeah, we have one in here in Indiana in a lake called Lake Manitoba. They just call it the Manitoba Monster, but it's exactly the same thing they see at Loch Ness. It's Nessie. It's her cousin. It's
The family
Nessie.
members.
Messy.
It's messy instead of Nessie. It's messy because it's my cousin. All right. Well, that wraps it up for today. Thank you all for being here, and thank you all for viewing. And we will see you again next time on Beyond the Veil.